website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Rhythm mastery, not just playing rhythms but really also, playing rhythms with single notes is a huge amount of or percentage of your overall skills. In fact, when it comes to soloing and playing rhythm guitar, it's freaking 50%, right? And then comes the notes on the other part, or the chords. So we really want to focus on this, and in this style of music, the fusion flamenco style, you want to do the same thing. And so I'm going to show you a simple exercise that you can do with no supporting tabs, nothing, no system, nothing. It's just a playful way of learning rhythm in an intuitive, almost childish way, and it's fun. So let me just tell you how this came about. When I was a kid, my father gave me a drum. He showed me how to play it. It was just a drum you could hold between your legs. So I sat down on a chair and had the drum in the middle, and then one thigh here, one thigh there, and then one leg there, and then a drum in the middle. And then he showed me various rhythms, right? You could go, right? And you would clap your thighs, and then you would hit the drum. Right? And that was really, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So all I did was basically just go up and down, like da 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 da, and then I was moving my hands back and forth over the drum as I was going, and that produced some interesting rhythms, like random stuff. But because I had the subdivisions of which is what we call them, because I had those down, then it sounded like I knew what I was doing. You should really try it if you ever come across a drum like that. And it just seemed like I could already play cool rhythms. But so that inspired me when I picked up the guitar to do something similar. And the similar thing here is to simply, instead of using your thighs and going up and down like that, right? You have muted strokes. So you just go up and down like this with muted strokes. And then you do a bar chord. That's the drum. But you don't push the fingers down. You just place them lightly on top of the strings. And then you push the fingers down randomly, right? That's pretty much how it sounded when I was doing the drum. And it can be hard in the beginning because, so it's a good idea to start slow. And I recommend that you use a metronome to just, and if you have one that can say a louder click on one, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then that's even better because then you define the bar, so to speak. And you can find that on the internet, just in any browser. You just do online metronome, and there you go. You've got a lot of different options. So, and then I can choose to go 1, 2, 2 strokes and 1 downstroke and 1 upstroke for each click. Doesn't matter. This is the playful way of learning it. You don't have to know a lot of stuff. So, and then I have my chord, right? And then I can. And if that's too hard, if you just it's impossible to get a hold of, you turn the tempo down. And what happens is when you do this, that you play stuff you can't play. You suddenly play rhythms. Oh, that sounded pretty cool, right? And then you go, how can I play that again? And then you get curious, and then you kind of, what did I do there? I hit that upstroke there. That was kind of hard. Let me see if I can try that again. And then you actually practice in real time. You go, and then you often have a hard time repeating what you just played because it was kind of random. But then you try it, and that playful going back and forth between, pushing your hand in towards the fretboard at random places, and then coming up with stuff you couldn't have played, consciously or deliberately, and then trying to replicate that, and then going back to the random stuff, and then back and forth. if you do that just for 10 minutes each day at a level, at a tempo where you can really, follow it and have fun doing it, it shouldn't be hard, then suddenly tempo increases. And after 4 weeks of doing that 10, you go, okay. Right? And then you might decide to go down on the metronome and then play 4 strokes, down, up on each click. Down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just turn the tempo down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Right? There's twice as many strokes for the same clicks on the metronome, which enables you to go much faster when you push down the metronome or increase the tempo. Right? And then you can always put chords to that. It doesn't matter. You're building a skill here, so you don't need to have right? You don't need to have those chords down. If you can just build the rhythm skill and being able to hit all these subdivisions at different places, then you are in just the right place, and you're focusing on one skill at a time. And then once you start, producing chords as well, it'll be, infinitely easier to play those rhythms with the chords because you have that one skill down. Next level here, before we go, is to do the same thing on one string. Instead of using a whole chord, you want to go. To have that single note playing skill as well. So you simply just take one string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pick up and down. I got my first finger in the 5th fret here. Right? And it's really tempting to start putting notes to that once this becomes comfortable at this level. You should start at a lower level. You should be in total control almost all the time, right? And have fun. Right? And then suddenly you have that skill, and you can play it. Let me just, because the looper and the metronome is going to go out of sync if I use both at the same time. So I might have like. So suddenly you have that rhythm skill, and you can get a lot out of a few notes, or you can play those chord progressions effortlessly by just playing your way to this, right? I should say one last point is that you can go, instead of having 2 or 4 from each click, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's basically the other kind of subdivisions. Is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, slower here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. And if you get good at having 2 or 4, or 3 or 6 for that matter, between every click here, that's it. That's the system you have to remember, and then strum up and down, or pick up and down on one string, and then hit random strokes, and then see if you can replicate what you just played, which can be hard sometimes. It's like solving a puzzle each time. And then you go on like that. It's just 10, 15 minutes each day. Just practice this over and over and over again. Keep it fun. Keep it enjoyable. Don't push yourself up to levels where it just becomes frustrating and too hard. Then I promise you, your rhythm skills will expand, and it's just amazing. In the Fusion Flamenco updated program that we have out right now, there's a whole section on rhythm and a specific system for how to build amazing rhythm skills, so you can really play those chord progressions and those single notes effortlessly, and you can get there very rapidly. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.